In this training session, we will show you how to create a protocol and then use that protocol. A protocol, by definition, is a group of exercises under one name, and typically with a specific rehab target, for instance, range of motion, strengthening, and similar. The advantage of protocols is, as mentioned, to be able to group multiple exercises under one name. This can greatly speed up the process of issuing home programs and can help you if you want to have a uniform standard. Names for protocols can be really anything you want, but typically they are by a diagnosis or condition. So let's get right to it. The first thing you want to do is click on the protocol section over in the left navigation menu, as we have already done. Then choose Add Protocol. Give the protocol a name. In this case, we're going to call it a total knee replacement, week 2. It does help to have clarifiers when you have stages of a rehab program, such as total knees, total hips, and other strengthening programs. The next step is to decide which department you want it in. Here we have a variety of examples. You can have it in all, or you can specify a specific department. By placing protocols in different departments, it does allow clinicians to find the protocols a little easier rather than having to wade through all the departments. For instance, OT can have their protocols in the OT department, PT can have it in their department, and so on. In this case, I'm going to leave it with all. Next is the protocol description. This is a description that will describe the protocol to the therapists. In this case, we're going to choose some exercises that establish basic range of motion status post the total knee replacement. The next section is the protocol notes. This will provide a pre-generated note or description of the protocol that will go to the patient. So typically you want this to be a statement that will go to the patient in layman's terms, explaining the advantages of the protocol. So for this example, we will say something like, these exercises will help you regain your range of motion in your knee. The next step is to decide the search area criteria. In this case, would be the knee. However, you can select different or multiple categories. In this case, we will leave it with knee. Then the next step is to go to the second step, which is select exercises. Now we will find some basic exercises for range of motion for the knee. I'm going to utilize several different options. The first is going to be the body area search method, and we will choose the knee category, active, and supine. Search. We will pick a straight leg raise. Next, we can go to muscles, choose quadriceps and hamstrings, then isometrics, and search. And now we can pick a hamstring set and a quad set. And finally, we can go to the keyword where we search for heel slides. And here we will choose the active assisted heel slides. So remember, you can pick and choose as many different exercises as you want. This is just an example protocol. The next step is to customize the protocol. One thing to keep in mind is the sets and reps and other exercise defaults will reflect the defaults set by the person who created the protocol. However, these sets and reps and other parameters may not be what you want to use with the protocol. In this case, you may want to change these 3 sets of 25 to 2 sets of 20 or even less. And we can do that for each of these exercises. And these sets and reps will stay with the protocol. Each therapist later can still revise those sets and reps. In the terms of which elastic to use, keep that blank because you will end up choosing that based on your patient later when you use the protocol. When done, click on the Done button, and your protocol will then be saved. So now when we go back to the Client tab and we wish to create a program, let's say for Pam, we can click on the Create Exercise Program, go directly to the Protocol tab, select Knee, If it was a specialized department protocol, you could choose that to help narrow down your search. Then search. Scroll down through the list. Here we have our total knee replacement week 2. As we hover over it, you can see the description gives us the basic range of motion status post-surgery. You can then select individual exercises, but typically you're going to select all of them at once. Go to Customize, choose the color of elastic, review the sets and reps, edit as necessary. Go to the step 3, which is Send. Here you'll see the pre-made note. You can put in other optional notes for your chart, and you can either email, text, or print the program. So you can easily see how creating and using protocols can be a great time saver and improve your efficiency. This concludes the training session on creating and using protocols.